Welcome back to the Loner Ranger Radio Show with Bruce Woodburn, Cross Country Mortgage. Yes, I am the Loner Ranger, and thanks for joining me. Appreciate it very much. All my friends down in Tampa Bay, all the way down to Cape Coral. Got a client down in Cape Coral. Got a client up in St. Augustine. I'm covering the state here as much as I possibly can, but I've got a transaction in Indiana, Arkansas, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Pennsylvania. Where else have I got? Colorado, Texas. I'm doing loans all over the place, and I can help you too. Maybe you want to buy a vacation home in another state. Maybe you want to move here from another state. Maybe you're looking for just help to build a home or renovate a home. We interviewed Sandy Lutz in the last segment. Amazing. We got some great construction loans or great renovation loans and construction loans for that matter. All right. I want to tell you a story about somebody that I helped recently, and I'm not going to mention any names. We'll call her Taylor, okay? And she came to me by one of my real estate agents, Tom, and Tom's a great real estate partner. I do a lot of business with him. And this client, they own a landscaping company, and they really just, you know how companies are. They're writing off all their income. They're showing all kinds of different crazy things that it's hard for them to get financing. And they had been to 2 or 3 different mortgage companies. And thank God, by the time they got to me, I wish I would have got them first because I would have saved them 6 months, maybe even a year, but they didn't. And we got them. We got them all taken care of. I showed them how to really do it the right way. Other banks couldn't do it. And I really positioned them, and we closed on a house. And I'm going to tell you what a wonderful family, so appreciative. And matter of fact, I'm going to have them come out and do some work on my own property. But these are the things that I like to do. I like to help you guys. Okay. Now, some of you, like the other couple I just got off the phone with, are a train wreck. Here's a couple that own their own company. They bring in around 150 grand a month in revenue. They cannot come up with 10% to put down on an $800,000 house, but they're making huge money. Why is that? Why are you self-employed? And listen, I don't care if self-employed, you want to write off all your income. You can write it all off. I don't really care. You can write off whatever you can legitimately get away with. That's why I have a bank statement program. That's why I got a DSCR program so that I can accommodate your needs. I don't care that you write off everything, but you should be financially responsible, meaning that if you're going to not pay the government, in this case, they probably save $400,000 or $500,000 a year by not showing all their income. So you should be able to save $400,000 or $500,000 a year then, at least 100 grand. So you can't make $1 million a year and not be able to come up with 60, 70 grand. That's horrible. They're not managing their business well. So I consult with them. I will consult with you to help you get straightened out. But you have to do what I tell you to do. If you don't do what I tell you to do, then you're wasting your time and mine. But if you want to get advice from a high school dropout, that would be me, that has fixed the way I did it, because I was a train wreck. I'll be the first to admit it. Absolutely a train wreck. But I fixed it because people cared enough about me to help get me in the right direction. But I paid attention. I did what they said. I surrendered to the process. If you're willing to surrender to the process, then I can fix you. But if you're not, you will keep doing what you're doing and you will be in the same position. So listen, I'm here to help you. I got another client right now. They want to build an $800,000 house, but they don't qualify because they want to keep the house they own now and not sell it till after the new one's built. Well, they don't qualify with both of it. So they said, maybe we'll just wait. I said, what are you going to wait? Are you going to wait for a 50% increase in income? Is that likely going to happen? No. Well, what's going to change? Nothing. Well, then let's fix the problem right now. So I give them directions on how to fix the problem right now. Now, whether they listen to me and do it is a whole different story. How many of you surrender to the process to have a better life? Because that's what it took for me. I had to surrender to an authority that was my mentor, my coach, And by God, he kicked my butt but changed me around. Now, look at, I'm not only able to retire with wealth, but I'm helping you retire with wealth. I pay it forward. So let's pay it forward, folks. You can call me right now in Tampa at 813-213-4009 or go to webringyouhome.com and get your application started right there. Number one lender in the country. Or you can call me on my Orlando number at 407-706-3313. That's 407-706-3313. We like to do things the right way. We like to do things in person. We like to make sure that you have all the information. We don't talk in fancy acronyms about DTI and LTV and DSCRs and all those other acronyms that you don't know. You want to know what a DSCR is? It's a debt service coverage ratio loan. You want to know how it works? You should have a clear explanation. You want to know how a bank statement loan works? You should have a clear explanation. You want to know whether you're paying points or no points or what points do or how they work or how they're calculated? You should know that. If you have questions, you should get straight answers, not mumbo jumbo. You should get straight answers. If you don't get straight answers with me and my team, then fire me. Now, I can tell you this much right now. My team is there to help gather documents and help me put your transaction together. But I still am involved in every one of my clients' structuring of their transaction. Why? Because I think I'm one of the best in the industry at doing it. So my team brings me in and says, listen, Bruce, this is a little bit of a complicated situation. Here's how we think it should work. And I went, yep, you're on the right track, but we're going to move that over there. We're going to do this. We're going to move that over here. We're going to pay that off. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Oh, okay. All right. That's better. That's what I do. That's where you pay me for my expertise. And believe me, you're going to get expertise that serves you. You will never get sold a product because I make a bigger commission. Matter of fact, my people aren't on commission. They're on salary. Why? Because when you hire loan officers that are on commission, they're going to get paid for selling you a product that you might not really need. Maybe it's a product. Your banks are famous for that. I interviewed a guy from the Fifth. I'm not going to mention the name, Fifth, and it's got another number like 3 after it. He worked for them for years, but they train them on the products to sell because it's the products they make the money on. Most banks do that. And they're trying to sell you adjustable rates right now. Give your head a shake, folks. Call the Loan Arranger, 407-706-3313 or 813-213-4009 or go to webringyouhome.com. Let's get your application started there. You want to join me in my class? I'm teaching a Zoom class on July 10th at 6:30 p.m. You can call me and I'll get you hooked up in my class, or go to webringyouhome.com and register right. You can come to my Zoom class. But listen, don't come to the Zoom class and have the TV going on in the background or the kids screaming or you're making dinner. I need you to focus on what we're talking about so I can change your life. I can help you make more money. I can help you find the right house. I can help you on how to negotiate a better deal. That's what I'm going to do. You're going to get everything you want to know about first-time home buyer, move-up buyer, everything, all the programs, whatever down payment assistance is available, but how you can get into a home and stop renting. That's what I'm going to do to help you. My name's Bruce Woodburn, and I am the Loan Arranger. Talked about refinancing. If you're going to thinking about refinancing, it's not the right time to refinance to drop your rate or to eliminate PMI. It is the time, however, if you're looking to consolidate debt. So if you're wanting to consolidate debt, I will help you with that. Now, let's talk about briefly just a few other products that you might be interested in. Are you a physician? Do you know I have 0 down payment physician loans? Yes, 0 down payment, no PMI. How about your credit is okay, but it's not great? FHA. Do you know that I have 100% FHA financing? That's right. Do you know that I have 100% VA financing? Do you know that I'm one of the top VA lenders in the entire nation? Yes, you veterans have been brainwashed to believe that USAA is your best choice. We'll shop me against them. Trust me, veterans, it's not your best choice. Neither is New Day, and neither is Veterans United. They're spending millions on advertisements. Do you know how much I spend on advertisements? You got it. Nothing. I don't advertise. I give information on my radio show, but these aren't sales pitches. These are facts. You want a loan and you're a veteran, I got the best there is in the business. How about USDA 100% financing? How about my bank statement loans for self-employed people? No tax returns needed. How about DSCR's debt service coverage ratio loans, where all I need is the income from the property to qualify you? Pretty incredible, isn't it? And now that FHA loans are up to $524,225, you can buy over a $500,000 house and only put 3.5% down and have marginal credit. Come on. Did you ever think you'd see the day? Did you ever think you'd see the day? It's pretty amazing. How about asset loans? What if you have high assets? So I run into people that say, Bruce, I got 500,000 in the bank. I got 2 million in the bank, but I want to buy an $800,000 house, but the only income I got is Social Security and it's not enough to qualify. You come to me, I show you how to do it. I'm the loan arranger. That's what they call me, the loan arranger. I arrange loans. So what about hard money? You're looking for hard money. You don't qualify. Maybe you want to flip a house. Maybe you just don't qualify because you had a bankruptcy or some other reason, but you're a good risk and you've got 30, 40, 50% to put down. How about hard money loans? I got them right here, even for investors. How about manufactured homes? Manufactured homes are a specialty product. I've got everything you need. You know that manufactured homes require different types of financing underwriting because the manufactured home has to meet certain guidelines. FHA has their own rules, VA's got their own rules, USDA has their own guidelines, and so does conventional. You know who's got all the answers? That's right. The loan arranger does right here. 407-706-3313 or webringyouhome.com. or Tampa Bay, 813-213-4009. Hey, listen, I always talk about, I'm an open book, so I talk about my personal life. I talk about my woes. I talk about my challenges. I talk about where I screwed up, okay? I'm not afraid to talk about it. So one of the things I have talked about is a weight loss program through age rejuvenation. Now, listen, I have tried so many weight loss programs and I was able to lose weight. I just couldn't keep it off. But I joined Age Rejuvenation, and Age Rejuvenation tweaked the meds, and I have lost 77 pounds. I did not step foot in the gym. And if you want to look better in your bathing suit, in your bikini, in your gym shorts, whatever it is you want to look better in, and it ain't working, because once we hit our 50s and up, it's hard to lose that weight. Even if you worked out and ate chicken and salad, you're going to have a tough time losing weight. Call me. I'll get your first setup free with Age Rejuvenation. And I'm going to tell you something. You're going to lose a weight. What about testosterone therapy? What about peptides and things like that might help your body? I'm also on the testosterone, and believe me, it makes a huge difference. Call the Loan Arranger. I'll get you set up with Age Rejuvenation, if I can even say it. So my name is Bruce Woodburn. I'm the Loan Arranger. I try to be as genuine as I possibly can. I want to make sure that if you're struggling out there, you know that I've struggled too. It's like I don't want to go to a priest for marriage counseling. I want to go to the guy that's been divorced, the guy that screwed it up. I think that, if you're going to keep somebody from staying off drugs, you should deal with somebody that had a drug problem and kicked it. That's me. I've kicked all the habits, and now I'm here to help you kick them too. My name is Bruce Woodburn. I'm the Loan Arranger. I want you to know that you got a friend right here that you can count on. But I'm in the business of doing mortgages. I'm not in the business of consulting with you about your marriage counseling. That's not me. But I will be here to help you. Bruce Woodburn, Cross Country Mortgage, the Loan Arranger, 407-706-3313. That's 407-706-3313. Or webringyouhome.com. Webringyouhome.com. 813-213-4009. God bless you. Happy 4th of July weekend to you. I love you, and thanks for joining me. Have a great week.